All right, good morning, everybody. So, this series of videos here are going to be pertaining to basic information that you're going to need in order to be successful within this course. So, the first things we're going to talk about are basics for just any work. So, we have this poster above us. This says, check your work. So, every paper should have all of these aspects to it. Now, whether you're going to write them down or not, that's up to you, but you must have it in your mind that every page should contain at least half of these. So, let's start with the beginning. So, what should you always look for? So, for any paper, you need to check to see if your name is on the paper. Okay. So it's important to have your name on the paper because we need to know who you are. We also know that things get lost, things get torn, things happen. So the idea is if you can start to check to see if your name is on each page, now you can guarantee that there's a tag or a label and we can find it later. And that's what the purpose is for. Number two says, did you follow all instructions? That's probably the most crucial point for checking your work. So when I'm going to have you edit your papers for submission, for final submission, you need to make sure that you follow the instructions as I'm giving them. Now, what you think they are, if you have any confusion, you should definitely consult your peers. And if you can't find your answer, please reach out to me. Okay, it's important to know that because that is where we're going to get most of our points from. Following instructions is more important than anything else because the information we're going to be providing you is going to change often, but the structure is going to be the same. So you're going to be looking for little differences when we're actually doing our assignments. They're going to be similar. So you're going to have to know what is the difference. And that's what this is for. Did you follow instructions? Okay. Number three says, is your work neat? So that is one that we can kind of throw away. Your papers are going to be first handwritten. You have a physical packet. Now, when you have these handwritten papers, they're going to get transferred over into a typed document. So a typed document is going to help us bypass any sloppy handwriting, any mistakes. It also is going to help you to check your spelling, to check your grammar, because these features are already built within it. So we can kind of bypass that, but when you are writing your papers, make sure they're legible for you so you can type them. Okay. Does each sentence begin with a capital letter? Again, that's something pertaining to grammar, but since we're going to be typing our papers, there should be some type of indication if you made a mistake or not, which is why we're trying to get you to type more often. I am going to have you type your papers for submission. It's going to be easy for me. I'm going to be able to do some things to notate on your papers to where it'll be more efficient for all of us and you'll have a quicker turnaround time. Number five, do other important words need capital letters? So we're going to learn about that a little bit. You should know mostly about that, but things that have what you call a proper noun, proper place, proper thing, they must have a capital letter in order to signify that they're special. So these things that we're going to say that are special would be like the name of a person. Even if it's in the middle of the sentence, if you state a person's name, if you state an organization's name, it must carry a capital letter. For instance, we, capital W, are all a part of the organization, capital L, Liberty, capital T, traditional, capital C, charter, capital S, school, located within capital P, Phoenix, Arizona. Number six, does each sentence and with the correct punctuation. So that's going to be very important, and that's something that we're going to talk about in our next video. Punctuation or grammar is highly important. Although we don't focus much on those aspects, we will be utilizing them every single day. And the next video, we're going to get deeper into that. Number 7, is each word spelled correctly? Even if it is not, again, we're going to be typing. So your Word document or your Google Doc should indicate if you have a word misspelled or if you have a fragment sentence. That's going to be indicated by the squiggly red line for a misspelled word or the squiggly green line if you have grammatical error. So definitely pay attention to those things, and will help you to understand how to correct your spelling versus just continuously spelling the word incorrectly. Finally, is each sentence a complete thought? So that's highly important for us because a sentence as a complete thought is also known as a statement. It is also known as an independent clause. So when you're making these statements, you're really just turning your thoughts into words, or you're taking the pictures in your mind and you're appropriating the right word to describe the picture in your mind. So each sentence having a complete thought is going to be very important because we're going to look at the different thoughts you can carry. A simple thought will be considered a simple sentence. A complex thought would be considered a complex sentence, or more than one. So make sure you got these different aspects down. Make sure you know what we're doing. I'll see you next time.